Welcome back. We are on episode number 18 of You Can Heal Your Life. We are on chapter number 9, Daily Work. I'm Dr. May Parekh. I hope you guys have been watching the series and have been trying out the exercises, spreading the message to your friends. We are on episode number 18, like I said, and we are talking about daily work, of what you should, start incorporating into your life. Now, we already talked about affirmations, but the question is, what happens when we don't believe the affirmations? If we keep doubting ourselves, if we keep feeling that there are limitations to whatever we are saying, then it's very unlikely that they will come into manifestation. So the idea is that you have to actually believe that you are going to receive whatever you have, accepted. So that is where the secret also comes into the picture. But you need to put in the action. So if it's like there's no action, then also it becomes difficult to, kind of think that things will just maybe come into your place. You need to put in the action as well. So you're putting in the affirmations, you're putting in the self-belief. When you think, okay, for example, you need to, start getting fitter, okay, then you will put in the exercise, you'll change the nutrition. So all of that is putting in the effort. Now, when it comes to that, you may not lose those 5 kilos in those 5 days, but you may start seeing maybe a change of 200, 300 grams. So the idea is not letting that doubt set in, just continuing with what you are believing in and not letting that limit come in. So when you overcome the limitations, you need to start understanding that it's only going to come when you actually truly love yourself. So far we've been talking about I approve of myself, I approve of myself. So now we're moving one step forward in the next exercise, which is I love myself. So while you were saying I approve of myself, loving is going a step further, means more than you are just accepting, you are even acknowledging that you are doing something good, you're doing something that you're proud about. So you are going to take a paper and a pad, and on the top of it you're going to write I love myself and therefore. Okay, so therefore means everything that you think positive now, you're going to start putting in. Because if you actually truly love yourself, you're not going to let that negative doubt come in. For example, I love myself, therefore I'm taking care of my body. I love myself, therefore I'm reading a new book every day, or a new chapter every day. Just an example of what you can start doing, because you realize that you want to take more care of yourself. You want to start taking care of your body, your mind, your spirit, your emotions, all of it in your relationships. And that's how you're going to do this. You can also do this with your partner. So for example, if you and your partner work together, you can actually hold hands and alternate saying like I love myself, therefore. And then actually you're improving not only your own self-worth, but you're also making your partner feel that there is some reason why that love exists. So this is something that you can start with. The next exercise is of course visualizations. It's called claiming the new. So it's visualizing and believing that whatever you're happening is going to happen in the present sense. Let me just put it. So a visualization is basically you're putting yourself in that scene with the final outcome and involving all the senses together. So your smell, touch, sight, hearing, you're going to actually be involved like a mental movie that's playing in your mind. So when you start doing that, that's how you get more things manifested in your life. And lastly, the third exercise she talks about in this is expanding your knowledge. Expanding your knowledge is very, very, very important according to me, because there's so many things to learn in this world. And if we just restrict ourselves to only certain things, we are missing out on so many possibilities, and we get only one perspective. Every time you learn something new, you get another perspective. You discover another pathway that may be more appropriate and more connected to you. So reading, learning new things, watching new videos, is informational. Now, when it comes to this, it is also very, very important that you do not get sidetracked by the garbage or the negativity, in the sense, especially before you go to sleep, if you're reading negative news or you're just remembering how bad the day went, then you're allowing that to enter into your subconscious mind, and you're reprogramming yourself that the entire your life is going bad. But instead, if you cut off from that time, especially immediately after you wake up and before you go to sleep, you tell yourself things are improving. You start looking at the positives, you express gratitude, you actually go to sleep peacefully, you will see the changes occur. This is the time when you really need to be in a positive state of mind, when you wake up and when you go to sleep, because that will change the way you look at things, the way you approach things, and the way your entire mood and your emotions work. So another thing she says is getting laughter into everything. So rather than looking at tragedies, try to look at it in a little more fun way, a little more humorous way, so that it becomes much more easier to release that negativity and, you know, feel much more calmer. So it's like a changing your narrative in some sorts. So with these, you can start with these exercises. You can start by, you know, I love myself, therefore. You can start visualizing what you really want. And thirdly, you can start reading a book so that you can expand your knowledge. Until next time, I'll see you. I'm Dr. May Parekh signing off.